I know a lot of you guys are Onlyfans fans, but the parent company supposedly bought $20 million of Ethereum. This was back in between 2021 and 2022, right? And they still hold that. But this is an example of institutions or companies buying and not disclosing, right? Not everyone is like Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy. Whenever they buy, they release it and announce it right away. But there are so many companies out there that they don't want to announce it. They want to keep it a secret, right? So, going back to why the exchange reserves keeps going down is because, you just don't know. You don't know who's buying. BlackRock, I argue, is buying. That $3 billion to that mysterious whale, people say, well, it's Robinhood. No. Robinhood bought it for someone. It wasn't because they bought it from themselves. They're in the business of buying for others, right? So who bought that $3 billion? Was it BlackRock? Was it Fidelity? Maybe Vanguard wants to get involved. We don't know, right? So until someone discloses, you really don't know. But this is kind of interesting that they already bought $20 million worth of ETH, not Bitcoin. A lot of you guys are SHIB fans. Right now, they have turned on limited access to Shibarium. They're getting ready for a huge relaunch. Hopefully, they will not repeat, the very first relaunch, which was, I guess, a disaster because of all the congestion, and they had like 2 million or 20 million of ETH locked in there. So they are getting ready to move forward with a relaunch. So we'll see how this goes, how it affects SHIB, and how it affects Bone. Avalanche. I got some Avalanche news. Avalanche is a popular I guess it's an L0 now. It used to be like an L1, EVM compatible L1, but they kind of changed it to L0 because now they have subnets, right? But anyways, Ethereum competitor, although EVM compatible, sees surge in daily transactions, active address in second quarter. That's fantastic. And there's some unique stuff about it because they do have L1s, okay, that's like, part of Avalanche. For example, Beam, Mirrored Circle, right? Another L1 that's on top of Avalanche. DeFi Kingdoms have their DeFi Kingdoms chain, right? So, but case in point, they are L1 that's focused on games, right? So now they're onboarding a lot of cool games. It's definitely helping with a transaction count, right? So, and then there's something else like Dexalot, which is also another DEX that's coming on board, right? And they got an incentive of $3 million to build on Avalanche, right? So this makes sense. There's just a lot of stuff happening right now. So I like Avalanche quite a lot. Base, there's a lot of talk about Base. Coinbase's Base network. You can't really profit off of it, right? There's no coin. There's no token. Everything's run with ETH, which is a good thing, which is actually why I think adoption is growing. But USDC is coming. No surprise. Coinbase bought, I don't know if it's a majority share or minority share of Circle. So obviously USDC is going to be launched on Base. And then they already said 7 other networks. I don't know if they're like all the L2s or something. I don't know. I don't know what the 7 other ones are, but yeah, USDC is still expanding. Base seems like it's still doing good. And then finally, Polygon introduces Chain Development Kit 4.0, their ZK EVM, and also, I guess, for other ZK-powered networks on Ethereum. So Polygon continues to push forward. I'm looking forward to their Polygon 2.0. But yeah, it seems like a lot of chains are getting involved with ZK. Even like Phantom, for example, is looking to become an L2. Thinking about becoming L2 using ZK for Ethereum. So there's a lot of chains taking advantage of ZK technology, which is good. Very good. And also, in addition, Bitcoin's DeFi ecosystem is growing. So today, okay, you have Pyth Network. I don't know, it's Pyth or Pyth, but basically their Oracle system, okay, that's going to allow DeFi projects within Bitcoin to receive price feeds. Okay, so it's like a Chainlink competitor, but within Bitcoin, because there's a large DeFi ecosystem that is being developed and grown right now. That's exciting. You couldn't say that was happening back in 2021 even, or back in 2017, because it didn't exist. But this is something new that a lot of people are very excited about. Developers and builders are building on top of Bitcoin now. Again, this didn't exist before. Right? So not only do you have Bitcoin being the greatest store of value we have, the most decentralized network that we have, okay, now it can support smart contracts. Kind of, sort of, not really, not in the same way as Ethereum, but it can support DeFi projects. Let's just put it that way, right? Utilizing either stacks or a root stack. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of amazing stuff happening. This is the time to be bullish. Other bullish things, we got Swiss SHIB Bank gets approval in Hong Kong for crypto services. So they're, I guess, the second one, but there's like 80 plus banks and brokerages and exchanges. I mean, financial companies that are looking to open up in Hong Kong and allow crypto trading, right? I mean, this is also huge. Maybe it doesn't get an immediate effect, but when we go into that parabolic run, when, you know, everyone is FOMOing, yeah, there's going to be FOMO in Hong Kong too. There's going to be a lot of FOMO in Asia. So this is all building up towards that. So very good. Very good. Speaking of Robinhood, they extended their Web3 wallet support to Bitcoin and Doge. Okay, so now you can self-custody with Robinhood with their wallet. So that's pretty good. But you know what else is coming out about Robinhood? Arkham says Robinhood also is the 5th largest ETH holder. Recently, Arkham said they are the 3rd largest Bitcoin holder. And now they came out and said they're the 5th largest ETH holder. I still argue that they are not holding it, okay, on their behalf. They are holding it for some big whale or institution behind the scenes. It just makes sense. Okay, they don't have this much money to be throwing into crypto. I think they're buying on the behalf of like the BlackRocks or the Vanguards of the world, right? But it is quite interesting that Arkham is finding all these top wallets from Robinhood. Quite interesting. And speaking about ETH, yes, it is still climbing. ETH total value in the deposit contract for their new chain, Beacon chain, it's just skyrocketing right now, right? There's nothing really holding it back. So ETH is still doing quite well. Man, I have not heard anything about EOS for a long time. Their foundation, yeah, I guess they still exist. They secure regulatory approval in Japan. Will trade against the yen, so that's good, I guess. I don't know of anyone that talks about EOS anymore. I don't know what's going on there, but they kicked out Block 1. That's all I know. And they were supposed to rename themselves to Antelope or something, some horrible name. So I guess they decided against it. Outside of those two things, I don't know what's going on with EOS. Last thing, I saw this. I don't know if XRP guys need to worry about this, but Swift just tested. I don't know what blockchain, if it's their own or what, but they're testing out, you know, how to use blockchain, right? How to use tokens for transferring money, right? This is exactly what XRP is doing, and Swift is not sitting idle. Now they're starting to test it. They're like, oh, okay, maybe we need to worry about all this crypto stuff, right? And that's exactly what they are doing right now. Uniswap also won a huge thing. I think most people missed this. I didn't even know this, but South District New York was suing Uniswap, saying that, you know, that they're conducting illegal security trading, and it turned out no, that's not true. You know, liquidity pools and decentralized DEX, yeah, they're not offering illegal security offerings or trading or whatever it is. They actually won. So that's actually pretty good. At least it wasn't SEC suing, but still, I mean, if it was SEC, they would be losing anyways, right? So that's actually pretty big for Uniswap. Big endorsement. So because of this, then most likely the SEC is not going to touch DEXs, right? I mean, they've been taking a lot of L's recently, but also what's awesome is Uniswap is now beating Coinbase in spot trading volume, right? A lot of you guys are starting to utilize DEXs because they are decentralized, right? And that's fantastic. More and more people are using self-custody wallets, trading with decentralized exchanges. You know, ultimately, that's like the utopia for crypto.